the FanBoy podcast. It's been a minute, and my daughter's already doing stuff that is distracting me. But welcome back. I am Franco, one of the hosts.
And I am your other host, Manny Fresh. Got a PhD in keeping it fresh. That's how you spell fresh, guys. Don't spell it any other way. Fail every single spelling test you take. Listen to me only.
PH. Get the
Phresh.
F
Yep.
out.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
That's from WWE. That's whenever they switch from WWF to
Oh
WWE.
man.
Yeah, get the F out. That was their whole
Wait,
slogan.
wait. It was like WWE, and then it was like WWF. You're saying like when it became WWE?
Yeah, when it went from WWF to WWE because the World
Yeah.
Wildlife Fund.
Okay. I still
It's,
feel like that works for Manny Fresh though,
yeah,
because it's like Manny Fresh does P with the PH, get the F out like that.
yeah. I mean, you can
That
say that,
works.
but I mean, you might get sued in the end.
Oh, that's true. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I was spelling fresh, and then we take it to court, and they're like, yeah, he was spelling a different word, so it's okay.
But today we put this down here real quick. That's my calendar. Today we are talking about how do we do this? I forget how we start this off. It's been a while. Do we go right into no? We did a top six essential list, but today we're reviewing Spider-Man 2002, Tobey Maguire. It's
Mm,
I think a highly anticipated listen for people. I feel like.
yeah, yeah.
But today my top six Sinister list, or is it Sinister Six top list, whatever it's called. Today my pick was Marvel music. Any music that has been played on a soundtrack or in a movie or in a trailer for any Marvel movie, not the MCU, any Marvel movie out there. And yeah, we're gonna crack into that right now. I guess I'll start since I picked it.
Talk to me.
Uh, if you want to do honorable mentions, my honorable mention will be what we're talking about earlier, the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. That was my number seven because like that whole soundtrack, the
Yes.
first one was
Yeah, I
like
do
real
have
good.
a few honorable mentions.
And
Um,
Captain America, Winter Soldier score along with Civil War score,
Beautiful.
and then you can say yours.
Okay, so those are your honorable mentions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so after much, yeah, I agree. The Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack is definitely an honorable mention within itself. There are too many great songs on that, and I remember when the movie came out, I downloaded the album. Still have it on my iPhone till today. It's just one of those things where it's like there's too many on this to just choose one, so I had to unfortunately let it go. Sorry to James Gunn. Amazing soundtrack, man. That's a perfect soundtrack. But my two honorable mentions are going to be Sunflower, Post Malone, and Sway Lee from Into the Spider-Verse. That is just had repeat value in my head. I love the way they incorporated it into the movie, which is so cool. But again, the fact that radio play completely destroyed what I loved about that song, I had to give it an honorable mention. Another honorable mention to me is Kendrick Lamar and no, two more. I'm sorry. Kendrick Lamar and Alicia Keys for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was On Again, which became really big on TikTok after the No Way Home came out, which is weird to me because I'm like, that was a bop. Like, I have that downloaded. And then the Black Panther soundtrack, The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar. Really good. The name is slipping. Uh, Dang, what's the name of the song again? I'm always ready for war again. Yeah, tell me who's gonna save me from myself. I know the song, guys. You're gonna be like, oh man, he's a Weeknd poser. I'm not. I just heard it a lot, and all the Weeknd's music. It's not one of my favorite songs, but I still enjoy it for the Marvel score. So those are my honorable mentions. Like those are all honorable mentions.
I'm not a big fan of the Weekend, but I can't think. I know there was one track that I saw that was I think Binding Lights. I was like, was that on the soundtrack?
That was on the Miss Marvel TV series. Blinded by the lights.
That's why.
But
Yeah,
again, I was like, it was one of those things where it's like the radio play killed some of the songs. So it's like, you know,
I haven't seen Miss. I think I saw the first episode of Miss Marvel. And that was about it.
I think you're okay. I'm gonna
But
get attacked for saying that.
Number 6. I don't know if it's because of the movie. I'm not a big fan of her, but like I think it's because of wrestling. There's an independent wrestler who uses it as a theme song recently, and I listen to it. Me and my wife listen to it a lot. But from Deadpool 2, from Cher, is that how you pronounce it right? Cher.
Sure, yeah, sure.
If I could turn back time,
If I could turn back time.
it's a bop. But
That's a good song. I don't know. It was by Cher. I feel bad, but that's a good song though. Yeah, it is.
yeah, an independent
Definitely a
wrestler
bop.
named Aaron Mercer right now has been using it, and I think
Oh, really?
that's the reason it's on my top 6 list.
Yeah, you were like, hey, I've heard that. It was in Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. A Cher. Yeah, it's like my dad can't pronounce his ch and his sh correctly, so he's like, dude, can you grab me a Cher from the kitchen? Like when I was younger, and I was like, chair. I'm about chair. So yeah, I just think of Cher. I think of my dad. Sounds weird, but yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
get
I can't.
stuff correct.
I have a speech impediment as well. I can't pronounce those.
Yeah, he's like Cher, like, and I'd be like, you want me to grab you the chips? He's like, I could say chips. I'm like, I know, I'm pushing it. My number 6 on this list. And this is hard, man. This is hard, but I had to do it. I am so high, I can see heaven. I don't care what anybody says. Hero by Nickelback was a bop, and Spider-Man just, oh my. And they say that hero can save us. I know that it's fun to hate Nickelback now. Not me. I used to listen to Nickelback somewhat religiously. I thought they were good. Okay, I don't care. Crucify me for it. And Hero is a bop. If you don't know that song and you try to pose on a TikTok using that song, I don't want to hear it. Y'all dogged on Nickelback for too long. My number 6 choice goes to Hero by Nickelback. It is, I remember hearing that, like being a little Christian kid, like I can pass this off in my household because it sounds like a Christian song. I'd be like, no, Daddy's talking about God.
That's
I love that.
that's a good number 6, man.
Yeah,
Watching
thank you.
Spider-Man brought back memories.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 from Thor: Love and Thunder. It's probably because it's fresh in my head. Guns N' Roses, "Sweet Child of Mine."
Then, as I like that song, but the only version that plays in my head is the Step Brothers. She's got a smile that can lie. My name is Derek, and I can sing higher than you. Like it's just, yeah, it's still a really, it's still a really amazing song. That's honestly a good choice. You see, yeah, and you caught some of the songs that that slipped my mind. But yeah, no, that is a good one. Every time I hear "Sweet Child of Mine," it's just so good. And yeah, that's a perfect choice. That was your number 5?
Yeah, number 5.
Nice, nice. My number 5 is gonna go to the man himself. When you get hit with the venom, the wind and venom. I thought, like, I was listening to it again the other day because Eminem recently released the Curtain Call 2, which it's just a compilation of hits. And I was listening again, and the way he incorporates the symbiote, Eddie Brock, everything like about Venom is mentioned in the wordplay. I say bar play like I don't know rap. In the wordplay, he's dropping bars, and I think it's good, especially for like to promote the movie. Like that was smart on Sony to get Eminem to throw Venom in there. And then the fact that he even considers one of its greatest hits, like, considering the fact that dropped on the Kamikaze album in 2018, and now it's already in the greatest hits album in 2022, obviously goes to show that Eminem enjoyed this song enough to consider it one of his best. I think it is perfectly, because you can listen to it and have never seen Venom. You can listen to this song and you're like, I've never seen Venom. I don't know what Venom's about. And it's like, that's fine. Do you like the song? It's like, yeah. So I definitely give it to number 5 goes to Venom. Eminem. You have to make a list, brother.
That's a good choice. That greatest hits is from Relapse on.
Yes.
And
the Recovery album has it.
I'll talk about it later. But number 4 was on your honorable mentions. and I
Oh,
think
really?
it's on my top six because I don't listen to the radio,
Ah,
so
I see.
it didn't ruin it for me. But
Nice.
Into the Spider Verse, Post Malone, Sunflower.
Beautiful,
Uh,
man. That's good.
I do know it was overplayed a lot, but again, I don't listen to the radio. All I
Hmm.
listen to is my Spotify playlist or whatever the fuck I'm doing, and
Yeah.
I didn't overplay it for myself.
Uh, Not only that, my little nephew, he loved that song, and like any time that I was around him, he was like, "Can we listen to Can we listen to Sunflower by Post Malone?" Like, I think that's one of the first things he learned to spell on YouTube by himself. Sunflower by Post Malone. So I heard it so many times, and I'm not hating on it. I love Posty. I do. I have so much respect for him, but definitely it was just one of those things where I was like, ah. But no, as you said before, as I said in my honorable mentions, they found such a perfect way to incorporate it into the film as well. So I think that's amazing. You're number 4, right?
Yeah, number four.
Okay, yeah. My number 4 goes to the Danny Elfman score for Spider-Man. I just think it's that it's oh my, it's so good. It's so good, and on top of it being so good, uh even when you hear it played in the background in No Way Home, wow, just wow, man. I love that theme so much. It screams childhood to me every time I hear it, and anything to take me away from thinking about being an adult, I'm in. So Spider-Man theme goes to my number 4 pick, uh, the Danny Elfman.
That
Tobey
was
Maguire.
okay. That's Maguire.
Yeah,
That's a good pick.
thank you.
I think you have it fresh on your head because you still saw Spider Man.
Yeah. It's just always it's so good.
Is
It's
this
so good.
your second time watching Spider Man '02 in a year?
No, I saw it last year because I saw it again before I went to go see No Way Home because I wanted to. As like I say, like I love watching these films again as an adult because I understand more and I have the love for it more than I did when I was a kid. Because as a kid, it's just like, oh, this is so cool, this is so fun. But as an adult, you pay attention to the storyline, the dialogue, and things like that. That you're like, oh, it really, drives my emotion and. Yeah, so that was last year, and then I saw it again this year. But the movie itself just it's so pivotal in my head. It's like it's there. There's no way I think of Spider-Man. I don't think of Spider-Man 1. Yeah, I know I'm a Garfield stan, but I have a lot of respect for Maguire as Spider-Man.
My number three because it was fresh in my head. I did watch it. Did I watch it last year? No, I didn't watch it last year. I think I watched it twice for this episode, Spider Man. Hero, Nickelback, Chad Kroger, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Yes, Chad Kroger.
Um, I used it on the story I posted to Instagram. I'm like, this song's just a hit.
Avril Lavigne's ex-husband.
I really?
Yeah, they
Oh,
were married.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I joke with Tiff because she showed me a TikTok of Nickelback, people hating on Nickelback because it's been popular for 10 years,
and
and I sent me a meme, a TikTok of it. I was like, you know what? Keep joking around. I'm be making a wrestling highlight. I'm gonna put Nickelback, one of their tracks on there as the song, and she's like, you want to do it? And I haven't done it yet, but I posted about it on the story. And people were like, yeah, do it. I love Nickelback. Do it. I'm like, you know what? I might have to do this now. Actually,
do it. I think it's crazy to me, man, because Nickelback has such a. It's okay now. It's more Imagine Dragons that people like shit on, but there's this generation of people that grew up hating Nickelback but have never listened to Nickelback. It's like they get the meme. It's like, oh, it's cool to hate Nickelback, but I'm like, did you ever listen to Nickelback? Like, I mean, they had some hits like. There's gotta be somebody for me out there, 'cause nobody wants to do it. Like when I was a kid, especially, this is how you remind me of who. Like,
yeah.
like, yeah, it's not like you to sound sorry, and like people don't realize like growing up, Nickelback, you didn't laugh at Nickelback. Nickelback was playing on the radio. It was in now that's what I call music. It was on MTV. Nickelback, you listened to
Kids
Nickelback.
Bop.
Exactly, it was on Kids Bop, and then somewhere along the line, they became the joke, and people just ran with it. And then Imagine Dragons became the joke, and now Imagine Dragons is like the newer like shit on it. People shit on Imagine Dragons. I don't hate Imagine Dragons. either, but it's funny to me because I think if you look past that Nickelback, even if you don't like their newer stuff, if you go back and listen to older stuff like we're talking about here, you'd be surprised. I mean, you're gonna be jamming in your shower, you're gonna scream at the top of your lungs to Nickelback's music because I don't care. I did, and I still
Yeah.
do.
No one can tell me they didn't like our age didn't enjoy and sing
Yep.
along to Rockstar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like
Yep.
that one was a bop. Every
Oh
one of their
man.
songs is a bop, but especially
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
How You Remind Me,
Mm-hmm.
Someday.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Second Chance, but
Photograph.
I know that's yeah, Photograph. I was
Photograph is
thinking
another one. Yeah.
Second Chance, but that's Shine Down.
Yeah, I know. I just saw Haley's coming
Yeah,
today. That's a good one though too. I like
yeah,
this. Tell my mother. That was a good ass song. But yes, and if you grew up, especially our age, every rocker sounded like that. Like I want to say like it was like grunge rock that carried it. Like every rocker has the like they're all like deep, and I don't know. I respect it, man. Chad Kroger, if you ever come across this podcast, just know we don't hate you. We don't hate you. You know what I mean? If you want to tell us, like, sit down and describe the story of how you came up with Hero for this, dude, sit, jump on. We could talk to you. That'd be a dream come true. I'd probably shit myself. I'd be so nervous. But yeah, man, that's a good one. Was that your number 3?
yeah. Number 3.
Okay, cool. My number 3, it's going to sound crazy, bro. It's going to sound crazy. I'm going to get canceled for this. But the Avengers theme is my number 3. Like, there's no way that, like, I don't get hyped for the dun 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 dun. I saw this TikTok not too long ago, and it's like what guys do in the bathroom, and like there's 2 sets of guys on each side of the bathroom, and some of them are going and then like the other ones are like dun 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 dun, and they're all like dun dun dun, and it's just like an acapella version of it. It is that song is just been the staple to the MCU for a while since it gosh, I never get tired of it. I never get tired of it, and that's why it's at my number 3 spot because there are 2 other tracks that I get way more excited for. But I love it. I have so much respect for it. See the orchestrators that came up with it, they wrote that. Mad props to you. I'm sorry I don't know you by name. That's not me being rude. It's just amazing. I love it. That's number 3 for me.
It's a good one. I don't think you should
Thank
get
you.
canceled for it at all. I would fight off the
Thank
people
you.
who try canceling you if they try canceling you.
Thank you. They could be on my fight list. I'll fight them all while I'm playing the song.
To be fair, I think if they try canceling you, they try canceling all of us. 'Cause I
Yeah.
just feel like that's how it is. But
Yeah.
my number 2, along with you, I don't know the name, but the entire score for the Captain America, the First Avenger,
Ooh.
um, it made the movie what it was. The movie was great. Y'all know I'm a Captain America stan, so like I had to have Captain America somewhere on this list, and only one other song topped it for me, but Captain America: The First Avenger, the entire score. Uh, the Winter Soldier was also a great score, along with Civil War, but there's just nothing like the first Avenger.
There's nothing like the first Avenger.
Mhm. That
Captain
should have been
America.
that should have been
2011.
the tagline.
2011 right there. There's no the tagline for Spider-Man. There's nothing like the first Avenger.
Oh no, I meant for Captain America.
For Captain America. Oh, I was like, oh Lord. I was like, wait. That's a good one, dude. I like that. Uh, damn. My mind just went blank all of a sudden. Like I was hype off of what you just said. Okay, yes, I agree with your choice. That was your number 2. The whole
Yep.
score for Captain America. Okay. The number 2 for me is gonna go to Hans Zimmer. I'm Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I just think that's an amazing it's just so good. Hearing that, Danny Elfman Danny Elfman. We talked about Danny Elfman. Hans Zimmer doing the score for this movie was perfect. A lot of people don't realize this, but Hans Zimmer is like a well-renowned, well-known. Danny Elfman, well-known. Like the Spider-Man films have chosen really well-known artists to come up with their scores. I can't say the same thing for Holland's. I'm sorry, but just doing the dun 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 dun, like it's cool to hear Spider-Man, but it's not like I'd want like Marvel to have somebody go in there and create a score for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, the same way Danny Elfman did um, for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, the same thing that uh, Hans Zimmer did for Mark Webb's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'd love to hear them go in there and make a score. So here's to hoping Marvel catches the hint somehow. Soups, if you're watching this podcast, if you ever come across our podcast, why don't you get in contact with them and you let them know they need to create a score. They're probably paying you to not say it, but just know that, please.
I haven't listened to that score yet. I don't. I haven't watched Amazing Spider-Man 2, so.
I want to play a clip, but like we get copyright. Can we? Can they? You think we'll get?
I mean, like we get it's copyright claims, but like they don't. If they're allowed in the country, that's fine.
Okay, look. This is the. It's the. Hold on. Let me go. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta pause it. I gotta pause it because it builds up to a crescendo, and when I'm listening to this in the car, I almost have a seizure, and I'm like, sorry everybody who's driving in front of me. It's going down right now. The it's going down. Me, the car, and all his belongings are gonna wreck because this is so good. But yeah, that is the for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think it's and if you in No Way Home when Garfield's when he appears during the final battle, you hear that as well. You'll hear his the theme
Oh,
in
okay.
the back. Yeah, yeah. Wait, no. Wait, no. No, they didn't go with that one. No, I'm sorry. You won't hear it. They went with the first movie's thing. I get them confused sometimes because they're. Well, yeah. That's my number two. That's number two.
The final number one, number
Mm.
uno, the top, the first Avenger. My number one. If you've been rocking with us for 4 years, we're about to come up on 4 year anniversary, and you know me personally, you know that I'm a big fan of Eminem.
Ooh.
So when Eminem did a song called Venom
Ooh.
for a little Marvel movie called Venom,
Ooh.
I was rocking with that. I don't know if it's because I remember it whenever that song came out. When that song came out, it was 2018. I was at work with Andy whenever we were working together at a place. I want to say that song dropped, and like
Yeah.
he didn't hype it up at all. He didn't mention anything about it at all. He just dropped it at midnight, and we're at work. And I was like, oh shit, Eminem dropped a song, and I was listening to it, and I realized, oh shit, Eminem dropped a whole fucking album without
Oh
promoting it. He
yeah.
dropped Kamikaze that night,
Mm.
and that was the first time I listened to off of it. I was like, this song's fucking dope. Like you said,
It
Venom.
is.
He incorporates the whole symbiote, Eddie
Mm-hmm.
Brock, Venom,
Yep.
everything about it. And then knowing the fact that what I know about Eminem, he's a big Marvel fan, comic book fan. His favorite superhero is actually Spider Man. So I was like, this dude, this 50-year-old man is probably all giddy that he was able to make a song, not for Marvel, but like a song for Venom, one of
He's
his
in a
favorite.
one of his favorite franchises characters,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Venom. That actually, man, he's in a Punisher comic.
Yeah, I found out about that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
That's pretty dope. But
I need to grab that one. I don't have it. I know that it exists, but I think at the time it was like I didn't have a job because I was young. I didn't have my own job, so it was in the age of it was an era where although I was cutting yards and stuff like that, everything's so digital now where you can like just find it online and purchase it. When you were a kid, it's like if you didn't grab it in the store, ordering stuff online was a new thing. But continue to give it praise. I'm gonna sit here and let you continue
oh,
praising it. It's good.
last week when I ever, or not last week, but like whenever the last episode I mentioned uh the top six, I already knew like my number one Venom. Like there's no doubt in my head Venom. I listen to that song like on a regular. I think that's on my Spotify repeat playlist now even more since it was on the greatest hits a couple weeks ago. But
Yes.
yeah, Eminem, Venom, big Eminem fan. Loved when Kamikaze came out.
Hmm.
Uh, this whole surprise album, man, it just has a meaning, a special place in my heart because it was off of his last album, Revival, which before Recovery to me was his worst album.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get off.
it
I'm gonna
it's
get
it's
off the what's
it's
it called?
good. It's good. It's a good album, but that was
I've heard people say that too. I've heard people
that
say
was like
that.
his worst album just because like I love the
Yeah,
accents. I love the old Eminem. I love Slim Shady. So
yeah, yeah.
Recovery didn't have that, and I
It
know
was
there's
that
some
new era.
people. Yeah, there's some people who were like, oh, he was off drugs. That's the reason. I'm like, doesn't matter. He still has Slim Shady in Kamikaze.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
Revival, once that came out, I was like, yeah, this is your worst album now.
yeah. I'm so glad you think that because I thought the same thing too. I remember Revival came out and I was like, oh yes, more Eminem, let's go. And then I put it in my ears and I was like, oh my, I was like, I don't want to. And every song too, I'm like, oh my, that's not good. This is not good. And I felt bad and I felt like I'm a fake fan. I don't like this album. Is it just me? Have I lost the taste of like liking Eminem's music? Am I that fan now? You know, like these fans like, he's an old dude. Y'all just hype him up. He's an old white man. It's like, shut the hell up. Eminem's good. I don't care. Y'all can come at me. Anybody who's trying to cancel him, y'all can fuck off. Eminem's good. I don't give a damn if he's white. The Game, you can fuck off too. I heard your diss track. It's a piece of shit.
Worst
Um,
10 minutes of my life.
I rap better than you, and that's because I just freestyle. I don't even write my shit down, and I know I do. Like you're just clinging on to some kind of relevance that you don't have. You don't have any relevance. Let it go. You're like Joe Budden when he tried to diss Logic. It's embarrassing. But Eminem, I'm gonna get on a tangent. People are like, I thought this was a podcast about, I'm like, I'm sorry, but no. Yeah, Revival was bad, but when he came out with Kamikaze, that was just so, gosh, man, like Kamikaze was unexpected and it was so damn good because 2017 was Revival and then 2018 was Kamikaze, and that it just went back to the roots. It felt like a mix of Slim Shady. It felt like a mix of Eminem. It felt like you got the best of both worlds. Like if you didn't like Recovery, you didn't like Revival, you got, which is always funny because like you have Relapse, and then in Recovery he shits on Relapse. He's like, no, Relapse was my last. Fuck that last CD. That shit's in my trash. I'll be gosh damn if another rapper gets in my ass. And then you have when he comes out with Kamikaze, he's shitting on Revival and saying like Revival was bad. I know it was bad. So it's always funny to me. I also thought that like Eminem's like Bad Meets Evil, Royce da 5'9", that's one of my favorite albums. That one was freaking good too. And if you ever pay attention, like, and I'm not going to rant, but like in White Trash Party, which is on the Recovery album, he goes, pull up to the club in a pencil like it's a Porsche. Garbage bag from one of the windows, spray painted doors with the flames on them. Michigan plates with my name on them. And then if you hear one of the songs on Bad Meets Evil, Royce da 5'9" says, pull up to the club in a Porsche, not a Pinto. While Shady's at a White Trash Party, I'm at Drama Central. So the fact that like he carried on that like play it off of the wordplay of Eminem, it's just so good. If you listen, Eminem's one of the greats. There's a reason. It's because you have to sit there and dissect the bars. And to me, that's good. I'm gonna get beat up by the Game now. The dude's huge. But what's it called? No, I'm.
Game's on the fight list, man.
I mean, it's weird because I didn't hate the Game. I was like, I have no problems with the Game, and then he did that, and I was like, why? Why did you feel the need to?
He promoted the album for so long. Like he was gonna make a diss track with
Oh
Eminem
man.
for so long. It's like, dude, for what? What did he do?
That,
And then like he waited so long to put it out. Finally, he put it out. He put it out whenever his album came out, and it's
mhm.
like you just wanted publicity for your album. That's all you wanted.
Yep.
And I never listened to the Game, so I don't know. Maybe he might be good. Maybe he might be trash.
He's
I don't
not.
know.
The thing is, the Game is not bad. He's not bad, but that diss track was like, people are always saying you got to bring the heat. I just don't like. What bothers me is that like the whole diss track is like he's white, so he can't be a top rapper. And I'm like, that's not enough to like. Bro, I can imagine if you were beefing with Macklemore and you were like, wait, Macklemore winning over Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. I understand somebody being like, that's not right. Like that doesn't sound right to me. I get it. But to be mad and be like, Eminem can never be in my top 5 because he's a white boy. It's just like, why? I don't get, like, this is the man that brought everybody 50 Cent. This is the protege of Dr. Dre. And, like, if people like that who have a bigger name in the game, because the Game, sir, you didn't perform at the Super Bowl. Okay, so when you got people like Dre and 50 Cent backing up, you have all the D12 who will take the stand for Eminem. Like it's embarrassing to say that because of his skin color he can't be one of the best. Because any other one of those guys will argue that that's not true, that that's BS. Like he's definitely earned his spot. So I think the only thing I liked about the diss track was the fact that he played with Matthew, which was a character in the Stan track from. I thought that was cool. I was like, that's creative. I want to hear this story. But your little, the little dialogue piece of that shouldn't be the part that I'm more concerned about in a diss track. The rest of
He
it was
did nothing
lazy.
with
It
it
was way
either.
too long. Huh?
He did nothing with it either.
Yeah, it went nowhere. I was like, are you gonna kill Matthew? Like he's like, and he's just like, no, I'm just a Stan, like my brother this, and it was cool. And then I just like again like even when I argue with people, they try to I don't understand. Do we break down bars the same? Like how can y'all listen to this song and think it's good? I'm just like, where am I wrong? Do I not know rap? Is that like I question my childhood and growing up on rap of all kinds? Like I'm like maybe I don't know rap. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not reading the bars, but there are no bars. Like when people are like MGK beat Eminem, I'm like why? Because he said your beard is weird. You're talking about MGK, the dude that said that, the dude that talked about inappropriately about Kendall Jenner when she was underage. Like that MGK, that's the one that y'all say defeated Eminem, the dude who has like a fetish for minors. Yeah, I'm calling you out too, MGK. You can be on the fight list. That's why you had to leave and become punk rock. Quotation marks. Got kicked out of your own field, bro. Like, no, I'm sorry. But Venom is superb. The track is superb. And I definitely see why you chose it as number one, and I don't disagree. That is a good one. For me, my number one goes to another score, and that is the original The Amazing Spider-Man score by James Horner. I thought that was just so well done. That's the one you'll hear in No Way Home. But James Horner himself also worked on films like the Titanic, like the score for the Titanic. So I'm telling you, you have James Horner do the first Amazing Spider-Man. You have you have Hans Zimmer do the second Amazing Spider-Man. You have Danny Elfman do the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. Holland, talk to Marvel. This is ridiculous. The fact that all you get is an orchestrated version of the Spider-Man theme song, that's not enough, especially since the 90s cartoon Spider-Man theme song goes hard. That's tough. Like you didn't even get that one as your theme song. So, Holland, if you hear me, put in a word at Marvel, bro. I feel bad for you. You need a better score. Marvel, y'all too. Focus on the score, damn it. Gosh, it's not all about lights and fancy CGI. We want to. Well, it's not all fancy. She-Hulk. But yeah, man, that goes. James Horner's soundtrack for The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is my number one all-time spot. I love music, and if there are any of you out there that have listened to songs on Marvel that you feel should have made the list, reach out to us. Let us know. Comment. Tell us. You can be angry too. Like just the way I have a fight list, y'all could come at me too. Y'all could tell me you're wrong, fat boy. Okay, cool. Thanks. Feelings are hurt. But yeah, man, that is the Sinister Six. Top.
It's a good last one.
It'll
If
be-
y'all have y'all's own top 6 Marvel songs, y'all can drop them down below. Comment down below, whatever you think.
Yes.
If you disagree with us, disagree. Put in the comments. If you think the game was a better, had a good diss track, leave it in the comments. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you can tell us.
Yeah, just let us know. We'll probably fight you.
It's okay to be wrong.
I did share his thing. I think I commented on one of my friends' thing. And he was like, yeah, I like the game. I'm like, I don't know. I like this is my only song I listen to a game, and like, it's already off to a bad start. I just don't want to go.
Yeah.
It didn't make me want to go listen to more.
Yeah, man. That's the thing that kills me is that like I didn't hate the game. I didn't have anything against him, and then he released this, and I was like, why? Why? You were doing like I don't. And the thing is, like, I don't even think it promoted his album sales because I haven't heard anybody talk about that at all. Like, dude, I got excited for like Eminem to drop a freaking compilation album, like, and then like I mean, even as of recently, I got excited because Eminem did a track on God did for DJ Khaled. They used this gospel, Kanye and Eminem, like that. I'm still getting excited over things like that. So, the game. I'm sorry if this is a way to promote your album. This is bad. This is bad promotion, man. Never a diss track. You could have done a track with Eminem. That would have given you more radio play. Like that. That would have been a smarter move. Okay. Hey, to each their own, man. I'm happy for you. You're out there making money. You're out there, rapping. I respect that. It's not an easy thing to do. So I just still don't understand why you would do that to your career. But okay. I'll tell them
Uh,
again at the end.
we can tell them right now though, since I'm back to hey guys, we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube over
Oh
this
man.
past weekend, which was I think the August 28th. I think I don't know. Someone knows it.
Nice. Thank y'all. Honestly, no, thank y'all. Seriously, 1,000 subs. I freaked out, dude, because y'all just hit 500 not too long ago, and then it went to 1,000 that fast. That is crazy.
We
That
hit
is crazy.
500 late May. Then in May, I think
Yeah,
May 20th, 25th,
yeah.
something like that.
And dude, that's like growth right there. That's hardcore growth. That's why I say like all the time. I try to let y'all know that listening to our podcast means the world to us, because really a lot of times it is fans and subscribers that build these, a lot of work. As I said, I always give so much respect to Franco and Tiff because they go out of their way to make content. Like they're going to these wrestling matches out of town, like gas, got to fill your tank to get out of town. They're there, you got to load your equipment and got to make sure everything's charged. Like that takes electricity from a house. That's also a bill, so it's like, got a lot of respect that Franco has not stopped the grind. It has continued, and the support is always good. It's really not even that hard to show support, guys. There's a share button. All you do is click it once and click share now. You don't even have to say something nice before you share it. You just got to share it, and it's there. It's so simple. It doesn't cost anything to share. What's it called? Like to share a friend's business or a friend's a dream, a friend's goal. It doesn't cost anything, but it always means the world to us when y'all take the time to listen to any of the content or watch any of the content from any of the podcasts on this channel. From the wrestling content to the Stranger Things content to the Friday the 14th content to the Cinnamon content to the FanBoy podcast content to the Wrestling Tacos content, like everything is just it means the world. Every subscriber matters, every like matters, every fan matters, and so just know that you are taken well into consideration when Franco puts this stuff together. Because I've seen the man grinding for years, and it's good to see him get the fruits of his labor. 4 years. That boy said
Speaking of,
4 years.
we reached it on Sunday, 1,000. On
Wow.
Friday, 2 days prior, we're at 875 or 880, somewhere around there. And I was planning on pushing it on Monday to reach 1,000 because this goes up on Sunday. So tomorrow, September 5th, Monday, is our 4-year anniversary of starting Wrestling Tacos. So I was planning on reaching it by then, and then 2 days before even promoting it, we reached 1,000.
Damn.
So I already had like a post, planned in my notes. I'm gonna post
Yeah.
this, so I can just copy and paste it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then Sunday hit, I was like, okay, well, I might as well delete this already. But yeah, tomorrow is our 4-year anniversary of starting Wrestling Tacos, which was the first podcast. I think we started our YouTube channel in 2018, like April or May. So that was so we just had our 4-year anniversary April or May. But for Wrestling Tacos episode 1, September 5th, 2018 is when we released it. And I mean, Wrestling Tacos was started it off. We went from Wrestling Tacos, Population Popcast, Friday the 14th, Doing Just Fine with Raphael. I'm forgetting other things. Rob is War, Zimmer Podcast, Emo So Alive, OnlyFans with me, Andy, Nick. This Fanboy Podcast, deep dive through the Upside Down, and Friday the 14th UHD, and then we have the Cinema Movie Podcast, which is funny because they're actually hitting their 4 year the same week as well.
That's awesome. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's crazy that we both started at the same time, and it took us this long to actually start working together.
Didn't you have a randomness podcast or like the random podcast or what was it called?
It was like 2 episodes, but yeah,
Yeah.
randomness with Sanchez, and
Yeah.
yeah, we've had so many podcasts with so much content. We did skits. I've been slowing down on skits. I don't know when we're gonna do skits again, but we always had fun doing those. Full matches, wrestling shows, highlights, interviews, fucking opening Pokemon cards on Uwu, like everything, man. It's just 4 years. It started off with wrestling tacos, and then it spawned into what
Yeah.
we are now.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But speaking of, we hit 1,000 subscribers this Tuesday. When we hit 500, Mr. Fuentes wants to celebrate
Hmm.
by going downtown Corpus Christi, where we live, in a dress, having signs that say we hit 500 subscribers, follow us or whatever, and do a video on that. I
Yeah.
told him Nick didn't agree to it, but I told him when we hit 1,000 because that sounds like something bigger.
Yeah.
We hit 1,000 so fucking soon. I was not prepared, but Tuesday,
That's
this
funny, dude.
Tuesday, you can catch myself, Mr. Fuentes, and Aaron Ryan
Yeah.
wearing
Oh
dresses
wow.
downtown with signage. I think around 7 o'clock, maybe. Downtown by the bay. We're gonna do a video. Video will probably be up sometime next weekend, hopefully. To celebrate 1,000. I don't know how that's a celebration, but that's a celebration, I guess. Manny, you're allowed. You're welcome to come in a dress if you want. If you don't want to wear a dress, you can just show your face Tuesday. We once we have more details, I'll end up uploading it. This goes up
Yeah.
Sunday, so I'm sure I'll have details by then. But
Beautiful.
yeah, we're gonna celebrate that way. I don't know. The next celebration might be like maybe 3,000, 5,000, one of those. And also on Tuesday evening, like around 9 or 10, I believe, myself and the bad guy, the two that started it all with the Rastin Tacos in episode 1, we'll be doing a live stream episode on YouTube at 9 p.m. roughly around then. Depends on what time we get done with the dress. And yeah, we'll just be shooting shit, talking, reminiscing, and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. It's been a journey, guys, and all the support forever means the world to every single one of us. Um, because everything does take time, and it does take a toll. Like everything takes energy. And with Franco and Tiff, they have kids to raise outside of the podcast, and jobs to work. So it everything that Wrestling Tacos does
this was a
is
hassle.
yes. Hey.
I also have my
it,
11-year-old who she's in her room.
it's preteen. Almost right. Once 12 hits, that's when they're getting there. Because I remember my nieces when they would hit like that age, they were like, "I'm going to the room." I'm in my room. You go over to my sister's house. They were in the room, and I think that's like a thing at that age. But yeah, so for all the stuff that is provided, everybody that takes the time out of their like schedules to make this content, it's there. And I know that some of y'all may see like bigger YouTubers with bigger platforms and more followers, but again, the grind it takes time. For some people, it gets there faster. Like you can't compare Wrestling Tacos to like the Paul brothers. You can't, because the Paul brothers got their following fast on Vine, and then that carried over into their YouTube and their TikTok careers, which gets them boom. You get what I'm saying? But for other people, I don't think people behind the scenes, people don't realize that like 1,000 followers means a lot. It's not just like, for some people, numbers are so like sometimes, oh, just 1,000, but it's like, dude, do you know what it took to get to 1,000 though? That's hard work. It's dedication. It's finding a way to get everybody on a podcast with everybody's different schedules. Like as an adult, free time is it's not where you want it to be, So so yeah, it's there's a lot of respect that goes into these things, guys. Forever hats off to the original creators, Franco, Nick, Tiff, the people that have built this I'm gonna say company. We're throwing it out there. Wrestling Tacos is a company. It's just that big. 1,000 followers. It's a big deal. Everything from 500 to 1,000. Every single subscriber matters. Every like matters. Every share matters. The content is fun for us, but it's for y'all. So thank y'all. It means the world. Thank you for taking the
The
time to listen to me.
the crazy
And
part about thousands, like they're not even in the same city. Like it's not 1,000 people from Corpus. It's like people from San Antonio, from El Paso, from Dallas, from different cities in the Texas, and then there's other states that are there, other countries that have subscribed as well, and it's mind-boggling. It's like if we had 1,000 from this city, well, that would still be great, but
yeah,
it's from different places, and I do want to grow more in this city. That's the reason we're doing that on Tuesday. If everything goes great, we might end up doing that like once every other month, going downtown, doing little videos like that because I do want to build more within the city, getting more out there, letting people know, hey, like I know there's other podcasters out there in Corpus,
yeah, yep, there
and like
is.
they don't even know about us. I stumbling upon them. I'm like, dude, where the fuck have y'all been? Where like what the fuck? I was
The
like, we
only
can work so well together, and then there's other uh local shops I want to work with. Like there's that Halloween store, Wild Wolf
Wild
Studios.
Wolf Halloween, dude, they're
I
so nice.
yeah, I would love to work with them.
Hmm.
Yes, like a sponsorship, not sponsorship, like more like a
Promotion, like promoting
yeah,
each other, is the like. There's so much room in this city to eat at the table. Like there's a feast at the table and everybody's allowed to sit down. And so like I agree with Franco. Like I would love to work more with local people that are trying to build their businesses as well. You know what I'm saying? Like if we can all promote each other, like boom, you got Wild Wolf are like the way that Cinnamon helped us. With podcasts where they were promoting us and we were promoting them. You get what I'm saying? Bringing followers to each other's channels, and it wasn't a competition. It was just more of a, hey, we like your content. Yo, we like y'all's content. Let's work together. Boom. And now you got the Cinnamon podcast in the Emotional Productions. Like that's crazy. And with like you said, Wild Wolf art, like stuff like that, Wild Wolf art. People like when Pop Gorilla was still around. That's something that like Pop Boys, like these people, these shops, they mean something because these are local Corpus Christi residents that are building things for themselves, and that promotion is always good. Like it could be something as simple as like us taking ad breaks at some point when we get this podcast moving, and the ad breaks are simply like, this is from Wild Wolf Art, this is from Pop Boys, this is from, like stuff
yeah,
like
and
that. It's
I wouldn't even want money. Like that money doesn't matter to me. Like it would just be just to help each other grow out. Like fucking let's put
Mhm.
up some posters in your fucking your store or
Yep.
on your door or even pass out flyers at your store. Like the dress
Mhm.
thing we're doing downtown because we don't know anybody. But if we're able to get something with Wild Wolf, then like going to their store, doing different things, events. Like even Friday the 14th is a horror podcast. Getting them a live stream at that show will be at that store will be so dope. There's a I'm from Robstown. There's a donut place that I would always go to as a kid that I'm going to now again. I would love to work with them. Cabela's Bakery. I think they have the best donuts in town. I would love to
I
work
need
with
to try
them,
them.
get more stuff. Um, it's just a lot of things I want to get within the city rather than other cities. I feel like I've been growing more San Antonio, Dallas, El Paso, uh, Houston, all that.
Yeah.
But I do want to grow more within this city. And I'm doing more with the
Yeah.
wrestling company here as well. But I don't want to just be wrestling based. Like our whole channel is um, a variety channel. I couldn't think of the fucking
It
word.
is.
Variety
It
channel.
is. Yeah.
We do
Variety
different
channel.
things.
Mhm.
Wrestling's my main strong point right now. But I do want to do get back into doing skits or doing. We talked about when this podcast started doing toy hunts.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it'll be fun
Yeah.
for us to get to do a weekend, go do a toy hunt at different local shops like Pop Boys, do a toy hunt at Wild Wolf Art, see what we
Yeah,
find and
that's
all
true.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
because these people, yeah, they do sell like what's it called? We could do a toy hunt at Texas Toys. We could stand and look and see.
Texas Toys is the only company I will not work with in this city.
But yeah, man, I agree with that. Even Cotton's Collectibles. You ever been to Cotton's
Yeah, I
Collectibles?
love cotton
Yeah.
collectibles.
Those people, they're so genuine. Like do like toy hunts there and then promote those stores. Like maybe stop while we're hunting and be like, yo, these are the owners of Wild Wolf. These are the owners of Cotton's Collectibles. These are the owners of Pop Boys. Like, what do you want to say to the channel to get people to follow y'all? You get what I'm saying? Because I believe community can be built, and it's hard. It's so crazy to do it in Corpus because I feel like everybody's just trying to get to their like.
Their own
Everybody's trying to
way.
get to their goal, but on their own. They're just like, I want my name in lights, and it's like that's not what it's like here at Emosuo Productions. It's not like I want my name in lights. It's like how many people can I bring to the table with me to enjoy the meal that I've set. So um,
Even
that's
working
that's
with
awesome.
other YouTubers like South Texas Collectibles. I know you follow
Yes,
them.
dude. Yes, he's
Um,
such good content, man.
he did a TikTok a while back of pawn shop pop hunting at pawn shops,
Oh
and
wow,
he saw like there was a cane pop in his video. I was like, dude, what pawn shop is that? Like, it's local. So he told me, and I was like, dude, I need to fucking go. I waited like a month to finally go, and they sold that pop. I'm like, damn it.
damn.
But to get other content creators, there's other content creators out there. There's them. I've been keeping my eye on what's their podcast name? Super Serial Boys, I think. I have my phone on me, but I think it's Super Serial Boys or something along the lines of that. Where I
Wow,
think they have podcasts eating cereal,
wow,
talking different topics like the Fanboy podcast, like comics and all that. And
wow.
Corpus Christi Comic Con, I would love to fucking be able to get invited over there
If we could
for their
set up
booth.
a booth at Corpus Christi Comic Con, that would be crazy. Just to promote like all the podcasts and link up with like other people that are other podcasters here in Corpus. It's crazy because I didn't hear that. I didn't even know that Corpus had. I think I only knew of one other podcast in Corpus, but that's because a friend of mine promoted it, like just through his Instagram. He shared it, but it's crazy that I didn't know that other podcasts really existed until the Bend did their like year of like their whole like
Mhm.
the magazine did like that little competition at the end where it's like who's your favorite podcast you can add. I remember scrolling through, I was like, I didn't even know these podcasts existed. I didn't even know people in this area were doing that. Like I didn't know. And that's my thing, like community and growth only happens when a community works together. It's like I don't want to chase this dream for myself. It's like if I can help you chase your dream, let me help you chase your dream. And like as I said, it's always like that's why I do my best. Even if a friend has a business, just like, hey man, I'm a plumber. I'm sharing your stuff because I want you to get that work. Hey, I cut yards for a living. I'm sharing your stuff. I want you. It's not that hard. It isn't that hard. It isn't that hard to hit share. You think of it as nothing, but it does something because a lot of the places that I discovered here in Corpus, a lot of the times it's because somebody shared it. Somebody shared Candy Andy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that food looks amazing. I now follow them, and they're Corpus Christi based. I would have never known that that place existed. But it's just like it's things like that. It's the simplest thing, and that's why it goes back to the 1,000 like subscribers like that. Y'all, it's this. It makes a difference when you say word of mouth. When y'all go out there and y'all talk about these podcasts, it helps the channel grow, and we're forever appreciative for that.
Before we get on Spider-Man, I know we were on like a little rant, but
Yeah, we went on
that's a whole
a
bunch of
thank
stuff
you.
I do want to do within the city. I want to get more out there. I just haven't gotten the push. I haven't pushed myself yet. But there's actually next year, 2023, August or May. I can't remember what month, but a content creator con coming up. A whole bunch of different content creators doing like a workshop con. And I found out from the band because I think the owners of the band or workers of the band, they have their own podcast as well, 50 States of Terror, where they go through every state, uh, cryptid. Every state's cryptid, I believe. I get that wrong, but I know it's 50 States of Terror, and I've been following that
Wow.
Creator Con. I do want to hit that up and see what I can do. Like I said, I just haven't gotten the push, but hopefully within one of my goals for this year was to hit 500. We passed that. Then it was 750. We passed that. Then it was 1,000. It's September. We passed that. Another goal I want to do for this year is get within the community more, get more out there for the Fanboy podcast, Rats and Tacos, Deep Dive to the Upside Down, everything, all the podcasts, Friday 14th, the whole brand as a whole to get more out there. So hopefully I start hitting these people up. Hopefully I start going to there and we can get something working together soon.
I'm always down,
But
like Jay
yeah,
Sean.
um, ho- hopefully all that stuff comes to fruition soon. Hopefully me and Manny are able to get together one weekend out of the month and do some of those toy hunts.
Yes. Yeah, man. It's been a drought. Other than that, I'd be like, yo, let's jump on this. So I'm telling you, it's been. But your idea of the toy hunt is much better. Like hitting up local shops. That's like STX Collectibles. You said did the pawn shops. That's a smart idea. Sometimes I only think in the box. I got to think out the box. Um,
Yeah, there's a
So
lot of local
yeah,
shops here that we can hit up, and then even we can partner up with or partner up, team up, whatever, collab with South Texas Collectibles, and even do like a
dude, I
pawn shop
die.
hunt.
He doesn't know this, but I'm a like fangirl. He
He just
inspired me to get logos, like because this whole logo thing came because I saw him do a logo, and I was like, that looks so fucking cool. And then I was like, I need to go out, and that's when I made the Fresh TV logo. I got that made, and then this logo that's because of STX Collectibles. Like I was inspired.
speaking of sharing, the reason I found out about him was because you shared him on your Instagram and everything, and I found out I think it was a while back, but following from there, and then I saw his TikToks and all his content. I'm like, this guy's pretty dope. All the stuff he collects and everything, and all the money he spends. I'm like, damn, that's insane.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
STX, if you're listening, slide into DMs. Let's work together.
Yes, please. That'd be amazing.
But yeah, that was a major rant. We went on a rant about Eminem in the game now about this, but
Yeah,
let's
we
get
did,
into
but we
Spider-Man.
did. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. You've been waiting for this.
Yeah, they're like, damn, shut the fuck up, talk about Spider-Man already.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. Are you? What is it? What is the beginning line? It's like, this is my story. Are you sure you want to know? What does he say at the beginning of the?
It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, it's not for the. Oh, here's the trailer.
All right, let's crack a lacking.
Who am I? You sure you want to know? If somebody told you I was just your average, ordinary guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. The truth is, it wasn't always like this. There was a time when life was a lot less complicated. Can I take your picture for the school paper?
Sure. In this lab, we have 15 genetically enhanced super spiders.
There's 14. One's missing.
Peter, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Pete, look, you're changing. I know I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
No, not exactly.
Wow.
Peter, may I introduce my father, Norman Osborn?
Great honor to meet you, sir.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
What the hell was that?
Whatever it is, somebody has to stop it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
This is my gift.
Wow.
It is my curse.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Do I get to say thank you this time?
You do too much. You're not Superman, you know.
May 2002. It just hit
Gosh.
its 20-year mark. In 20 years, it spawned 2 sequels, two reboots, with one having its own sequel and the other one having 2 sequels.
Yeah.
20 years. That's crazy.
Trailers used to show everything.
Yeah.
I'm so glad somebody came in and was like, yo, we gotta stop doing that. they're paying to watch the movie. Believe me, that they will see it when they get here. Everything was in that damn trailer. I was like, I just saw the movie again. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight me neither. I didn't see that though.
Oh yeah, I like that line. Synopsis. Do y'all need a synopsis for this film? Like, I mean, I'm gonna give it to you, but do you need one? When bitten by a genetically modified spider, a nerdy, shy, and awkward high school student gains spider-like abilities that he eventually must use to fight evil as a superhero. after tragedy befalls his family. That's brought to you by IMDb. IMDb, if you're listening, you want to sponsor this podcast, feel free to slide into the DMs on any of our pages, and that's up. That's them. Whatever. You can also email wrestletalkspodcast@gmail.com or yeah, I think that's all email I have. But yeah, that's Synopsis. It stars. It's directed by Sam Raimi. He directed the trilogy. And it stars Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man / Peter Parker, Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin / Norman Osborn, Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson, James Franco as Harry Osborn, Cliff Robertson as Ben Parker, and
Hold up.
wait a minute. Oh, it's finished. You want to continue the people?
Yeah, Rosemary Harris is May Parker. Aunt May. We got J.K. Simmons. I love J.K. Simmons. J. Jonah Jameson. And I'm going to end it with John Magniello as Joe Magniello. I'm so sorry, Joe. I read John, and that's because I've seen you in everything. I say your name constantly. As Flash Thompson. That is most likely that it really is your cast. But you do get like that extra Macho Man Randy Savage. Bonesaw, you ain't going nowhere.
I said I love Bonesaw.
Yeah.
But because I love wrestling and Macho Man. But that's honestly not my favorite scene of the movie.
Oh no! I'm not saying it is either. I just like it plays in my head all the time.
Oh no,
I got you in here for
I feel
3
like
minutes.
I feel like people would think that would be my favorite scene, but it's not. But yeah, that's the synopsis, cast and crew. You want to talk about the first the origin story, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes? How'd you enjoy it? Did you think that they needed to expand more on it? Did you think they took enough time? They wasted too much time, or did they?
I feel like
wait in just 2 minutes.
No, I feel like this movie was going back to watch it again, as I said before. I feel like the first Spider-Man movies, I think Sam Raimi had a way of pacing these movies good. I don't have a problem with Sam Raimi's pacing. I think it gives enough character backstory. I think one thing that he paid attention to a lot was the Peter Parker side of Spider-Man in these films. So we get him chasing the bus as your beginning scene. You know what I mean? It's just going to show you where he stands in all this. He's very nerdy, kind of like now I don't want to say outcast, more like a nerd. You get the nerd vibes of the whole thing. You get the introductions real fast but nicely paced. You got your introductions of MJ, Osborn, Harry Osborn, and Norman Osborn. You get those. You get, Flash Thompson in here, and I just think that even the origin story of when he gets, I remember thinking that all I needed was glasses for me to have a six-pack because of the whole scene where he's taking his Yeah, I don't know why. Or he wakes up with a six-pack and he's all buff and stuff, and I was like, wow, all I need is some glasses and I'll get there. That's all it takes.
It's not all it takes.
It's not all it takes, yeah. But in my head as a kid, I was like, yeah, maybe I just need some glasses. But no, man, I don't think I have any gripes about the pacing of how it happens, the origin story, how it plays out, Uncle Ben's, conversation with him in the vehicle, the whole with great power comes great responsibility. I even think Uncle Ben's death is done so well in this, hey, aren't you going to stop that guy? Seem to miss the part where that's my problem, and then it becomes his problem because Uncle Ben, passes. I also like the fact that Sam Raimi wasn't afraid to get gritty in this film. For example, when he does find the guy that killed his uncle, he's willing to kill this guy. That was a big staple for me. It's just I have no gripes as far as the pacing and stuff for this film, which again is why I have so much respect for this film, and Tobey Maguire's portrayal. So as an adult, I have so much more respect for it and love for it than I had when I was a kid, because as a kid I was watching this through the lens of a child, and I just wanted to be Spider-Man, and I liked the dude flipping in the air with webs on screen. That was the extent. But yeah, man, it's good stuff. I don't hate this movie.
I feel like people are gonna think you hate this movie just because of Andrew Garfield. But
Andrew Garfield, yeah.
yeah, the opening scenes and everything, the origin story, I thought was told really well as well.
Yeah.
I know no complaints about it. Um, the fight scene after he gets the powers with Flash Thompson, I found hilarious. Whenever he's doing, the spider senses in this movie, I think was really well done.
Yeah.
They touched on, they didn't really touch on it, but they, the fact that he was having the senses and all that was really well and everything. And yeah, the spider sense I thought was really done really well. The fight scene, you can see like the airplane, the paper airplane, the spitball, all that stuff, and then
Spitball, the fly.
The fly, and he also maneuvers away from the fist and everything and the punch. And I just found that scene very funny. I think it was like one of my top scenes just because whenever he's fighting him off and everything, blocking every move, and then Flash Thompson's friend comes in, he does a backflip, and then Harry comes in to Mary Jane's view, like, help him. Like, which one? I thought that was like hilarious. It made me laugh. And then the friend came into the big fat backflip, and then he was like, "You got it, man. You're on your own, whatever." Like I thought that whole scene was great, put together very well, and everything.
I don't want to fight you, Flash. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight me neither. That scene, that line is just stuck in my head. I remember thinking that was so cool. I remember being like, in my head, I would tell myself that if I ever got into a fight, it would be like that. But that's not possible. I don't have spider senses. So, if you're watching this film as a kid, please don't go get into a fight.
Did you ever get into a fight?
I did get into a fight. Yes, I got into a fight and I got my butt kicked when I was one of the times, but not all the times, but one of the times that I was younger, I got into a fight thinking that I could take on a guy and all of his friends, and I couldn't because I'm not Spider-Man. Huh?
No backup?
No backup. It was just me and like a group of kids outside of my house, and the kid was picking on me for a while, and finally I said, dude, just fight me. But when we were gonna fight each other, all of his friends like huddled on me. Like they were like on me to where I couldn't move back or anything, and the kid punched me, and I was like, dang it. And I was like, I just lost this fight. And then they all got up and they're like, yeah, bah. And I ran inside and I called my dad. And I'm like, yo, I just got my butt whooped. And my dad went out there and like a bear. It's just like, you want to fight my son, you fight me. And I was like, go, Dad. I'm crying. Like, this is such an unfair fight.
What were their names? Throw them out there, put them on blast.
I don't remember the kid's name. I just knew that he lived on the same street that I did, and like I would see him. I remember another time I got a little older, and he said that he was like riding by on his bike, and he's like, "You want me to whoop your ass again?" And at the time, I could fend for myself, and I was like, "I'm not scared this time, bro." And plus, he didn't have his posse with him that time either, so I was like, "I'm ready." Like I was ready, and he didn't fight me, so the invitation was open. He never took it, so. You can talk about your glory days, how you won the first fight, but you would not have won the sequel.
You're like, yeah, that's right. You go get your boys, homie.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like that. He's like, I'm not gonna, and I'm like, okay, because he was by himself. Yeah, funny. But yeah, just know that, guys, we're not Spider-Man, okay? So just don't. I'm telling you right now.
But did you have any favorite scenes of the movie?
Yes, dude. I want to just take it all down to my favorite scene of the entire film. And I say this because I love this scene so damn much, bro. But this is just going to be my all-time favorite scene. That's what I'm going to leave it with. The fight scene at the end of this film is by far one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a film ever. And the reason why is because Sam Raimi did this thing where he used props and he decided not to use any music whatsoever. So you hear everything that's going on. And I just think that is so, like, oh my gosh, like, everything is so cool. Like, Peter getting his butt whooped, there's a scene where, like, he gets punched in the face and you see the lip, like jiggle and the blood fly, and it's just like, the mask getting ripped was always the coolest thing to me. Like, this that fight scene, man, hands down, everything about it. Even the freaking backflip over the glider. That was just so, and his senses catch it before, it comes at him. Uh, that is my all-time in this entire movie. As much as I love it, I think it's a well-done movie. I love this movie. That's the scene that sticks with me the most because I think the way it was, even no, not only that scene, but like even the scene where he fights the goblin in the house that's on fire, in the apartment building that's on fire. It's like there's a scene where like I think he like what is it called? He webs the goblin and then kicks him. Like he brings him to him and then kicks him like with the web. Like I just thought that was so, especially because like the first thing is the goblin throws out the bombs that are blades, and you get that cool scene where he's dodging all of them. But there's like this scene where I think Spider-Man webs him and then kicks him, like throws him up and then brings him back and kicks him. I remember being like, that is so freaking good. Like I like to see hand-to-hand combat with villains, and I feel like a lot of like newer Spider-Man films they miss that. They missed the hand-to-hand, and I think No Way Home was redemption when he fights the Goblin at the end. Like, it's just, even, like, when he fights him in the apartment complex, right, on No Way Home, he fights him in the apartment complex, that's hand-to-hand. And then when he fights him at the end of the movie, it's hand-to-hand. And I like that. I wish more Marvel films, it's why I love Doctor Strange, is because Doctor Strange focused on the hand-to-hand combat. Even in Multiverse of Madness, when he fights Carl Mordo, it's the same thing. It's hand-to-hand combat. And I wish that films would go back to that. Like, I so desperately wish that they would go back to, like, there's nothing wrong with hand-to-hand combat. Like, if anything makes a hero, it's being able to handle somebody, like, with that. Hand-to-hand combat is a must, man. I think I'm saying that scene's the greatest, but I think the only other scene that I can compare as of recent films is the warehouse scene in Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, where Batman just completely wrecks the dudes. That is... Listen, creators, please go back to the hand-to-hand combat stuff, man, because that's what made Spider-Man for me. This movie solidifies itself as like one of my, like, in my favorite films, like in my favorite hero films. Like, it solidifies itself in that fact that like Sam Raimi was just like, the fight scenes, they're gonna be good, and he made it happen. So yeah, those are my hands down my favorite scenes in this film.
Yeah, I love the fight scenes. They all look great. I really, going into it, when I first did the rewatch, I was like, you know what? I don't think the fight scenes are gonna be that great. I don't think it's gonna live up to 20 years. But I was blown away. The ending fight scene was really good. I wouldn't call that my favorite though. My favorite scene had to be the one right before leading to it, where Green Goblin has Mary Jane and was it a bus or train or
It's
subway something?
it's like a sky train or something like that. I don't know what they're
Yeah.
called. They're cable cars? It's a cable
Yeah,
car.
yeah, something like that. Y'all know what we're
Yeah,
talking
it's a
about.
cable
But
car.
when he has both them like save which one you're gonna save, and then
Hmm.
all the people in the cable cars are fighting back, throwing shit back at Green Goblin. And he's
Yeah,
like, "You fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us."
yeah,
And I thought that scene was so great just to see the townspeople have the love for Spider-Man. He's saving us. He has a hard decision. Let's fight back and everything. Like they weren't
yeah,
just there like, no, you gotta save us. There's 30 of us or whatever the fucking shit, and one of her. So you gotta save us. Like I love that they're fighting back and everything. And he's Spider-Man. He's a superhero. They're able to save both of them. Can't say the same for Andrew Garfield, but um, I did love that scene. It did lead
yeah.
into
Well,
the fight
at
scene.
least the girl that Andrew Garfield saved loved him back. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Mary Jane was a hoe. All right,
She was
truth.
honestly. I was gonna
Mary Jane
bring
was a
that
hoe.
up. That
There's,
kissed
there's
her around the world or seen her around the world. Man, I don't know, man. But
no, bro, she a
it did
hoe.
lead. It did lead to the fight scene. The fight scene was great. Those are some of my favorite scenes. Another favorite scene I had was the Macho Man scene, the bone saw.
Yeah,
Um, the Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, I think was. I can't compare him because I haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 2 or 1. I haven't seen any of the
yeah, because
Amazing
in
Spider-Man.
one has the Martin Sheen Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't really compare it. And then
Mm,
Tom Holland doesn't have Uncle Ben, but I think this Uncle Ben was really good. The actor played him really well,
mhm.
every time we're watching it, man, just the great power comes with great responsibility. That whole speech is giving him just like, don't be a fucking dick. Why you gotta be a dick? Why you gotta be a dick? And then he's just like, you're not my dad. And then
Yeah,
like
dude.
just
You're
leaves him
not
like
my
it's like
dad.
that's the last time you're gonna see him.
That kills me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so sad. But I think he did really well. He calls him Michelangelo, tells him we're gonna be painting the kitchen after school, and he misses everything with Uncle Ben was done really well, and
Yeah.
he was probably my favorite character, or my second favorite character probably.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deny Uncle Ben in these films is like really well portrayed. I think he does a good job of being like a father at the same time uncle, because in reality he is like the father of Peter Parker, because Peter no longer has his parents. These are the people that raised him. Um, and so you see that when he's talking to him, the way he speaks to him as if he's his son. It always kills me that Peter's an asshole to him, and then the next time he sees his uncle, he's dying. Like it's killer, but it's also like that story of be careful with the conversations you have with your loved ones. Never end on a bad note, because you never know, And so you're saying like the comparisons with I like Martin Sheen's Uncle Ben, but I like this Uncle Ben. Like Martin Sheen's Uncle Ben is good because he does a really good job of portraying the father side of Peter in the film, like in the first film. Like you see him like, hey, don't forget this, and hey, you need to pick up your aunt after she gets off of work. Don't miss it. And then when Peter does miss it, Uncle Ben gets pissed at him, and is like, you left this lady like by herself, like knowing that like she could have been harmed. And Peter starts to get pissed, and he's just like starts to cry a little bit. And his uncle basically tells him with great power comes great responsibility, but he says it differently. He says like, your father and I believe that if you have the power to do something, you have an obligation to do it. Like he says it in a different way. Peter gets mad, storms out the door, he's crying, and when Peter closes the door, the glass shatters on it, and he takes off, and his uncle going to look for him is how his uncle ends up dying. Um, but I think in the aspect of comparing both two, I think both guys really did a great job portraying it. But I do feel the aspect of both of them both show like talking shit to somebody before you can lose that life, especially ones that are a father figure. It's a real big deal. And this Uncle Ben to me still plays such a big part. I don't like in part 3 they redid the scenes, and like you could tell that the guy's older in Spider-Man 3. I know that's for a later date when we do it, but like they redid some of the scenes. You could tell Uncle Ben's older when he filmed them. That's always the funniest thing to me. But no, this Uncle Ben it's on par. I love him. I really do. R.I.P. Uncle Ben. You can't be on screen any longer than you are. But I wish you could. But you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, he stole the show for every time it was on screen, though.
Yeah, you're like, damn, Poppy. Yeah.
Be my Uncle Ben.
Damn, you're like, yes, please. I want to be an orphan child.
I didn't have a dad, so yeah, might as well.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
This is a therapy session now. What's wrong?
I got music for that, man. I got Eminem. I had a question in my head. I can't remember what the fuck I was asking though. Okay. I don't know if there's. I don't know anything about comics. I already know that, but I don't know if there's an alternate universe. But let's say Uncle Ben doesn't die. Do you think we still get Spider-Man as Spider-Man? Do you think like we don't get Spider-Man at all? What if he becomes a villain? Like, because Uncle Ben dying, great power comes with great responsibility, pushed Peter Parker to become Spider-Man.
To become Spider-Man, but he already had the powers.
Yeah, he had the power, but do you think like he would have used it more for evil, for himself, instead of good?
I think Uncle Ben's death signifies that change in maturity for Peter. Like he has all these powers, he doesn't know what to do with them. He's just having fun with them. But Uncle Ben's death really solidifies what his standard is and what his goal is. Like, this is why you have these powers. Because with great power comes great responsibility. Then it starts to make sense to him. Like, I need to put this to... you see it in this film where, he realizes after Uncle Ben's death, he starts to chase down the killer. But then he's like, that's not enough. This doesn't satisfy the hole in my heart. This isn't, but this also isn't what Uncle Ben called me to do. And so that's when he becomes Spider-Man, starts to, I like the way he drew out the costume and everything like that. So like, that's really dope. And I think you even see it in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, And the Amazing Spider-Man as well, not part 2, but the Amazing Spider-Man 1, like it's the same thing. Like Uncle Ben's death really changes him, and he goes after the killer as well, but then realizes that's not what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? So I think Spider-Man needs that pivotal change, because if there's not that pivotal change, I don't know if he'd be Uncle Ben, which is weird because like the MCU Spider-Man, if you like he was relying on Iron Man until he finally lost Aunt May, and she gives him, with great power comes great responsibility, and that's what solidifies him as, I'm more than just an Avenger, I'm more than just a kid, I need to be a hero for the city. You know, I really got to step up my game. You know, so that's really cool. But yeah, man, it's kind of like the alternate universe of the Flashpoint, where it's Bruce that dies instead of Thomas and Martha Wayne, and Martha Wayne becomes the Joker, and Thomas becomes Batman. You know, so there is never there is a Batman, but it's not Bruce Wayne's Batman. And Thomas Wayne's Batman uses guns, so like there's a huge difference. So yeah, I feel like Uncle Ben's death is pivotal in shaping Spider-Man, because there wouldn't be one if there wasn't dead Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier whenever I was watching it, but I didn't know if there was any comics like out there that had him still alive while Spider-Man and all that. I think that would be pretty cool if they ever do make a universe like that. But do you have any least favorite scenes, plot holes, or anything you would change?
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, Mary Jane being a hoe. I would change that. I'm like trying not to hate Kirsten Dunst, but I hate Mary Jane. I hate her. I do. I hate her because she knows that she can have Peter at any time she wants, and so she just strings him along. That's what she is. He's like a play toy. He's the rebound. He's like, if I can't get some from Harry, if I can't get some from Flash, if I can't, then I'll go to Peter. Then I want Peter. You know, I don't want to talk about the sequel, but it solidifies the whole energy that she gives off. I'd probably change that. I know Kirsten Dunst, if you want to come at me, that's fine. Cause I know like she's been in interviews lately and stuff where like she's like, I've never seen the other Spider-Man movies because our Spider-Man movies are the best. And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, shut your mouth. Shut up. You sound like the game right now. But she's the game of this franchise.
Maybe she's sleeping with him as well.
I wouldn't doubt it. She's like, yeah, she was. But yeah, man. That's probably the only thing I probably would change. I don't dog on it. Like, it's like going back to Blade and the use of CGI and stuff like that. For the time being, when we saw this film, like, Sam Raimi's not known for using CGI. So for him to have used it, you know that it was like one of those things where it was like probably also the studio being like, hey, we can't make him jump in the air like this, Sam. You know? And so it's like, okay, cool. The use of CGI needs to be there. But, man, that was at a time where we didn't have like the amount of access that we have to CGI now. Excuse me, but it also makes me mad because I wish we still had that lack of. People would be more creative, and like that fight scene at the end, where all of it feels like it's very practical. It's very there, you know. Like even when he webs the wall of brick down onto the Goblin, you hear it fall, break, and everything like that. It's just so cool, and it strayed from using too much CGI, and so sometimes I wish like that was like a thing. I wish that like more people would use less CGI to for the films, for the future films. But yeah, I love this movie, man. There's no denying it. I love it.
Yeah, I really have anything least favorite plot holes. You did bring up a good point with Mary Jane hoeing around though.
Oh.
Everybody says that Kiss Around the World, Seen Around the World was iconic because it was everywhere on that time. I think they redid it for like what the VMAs, the MTV VMAs.
Yeah, Jack Black.
Yeah.
But I think there was more to that scene. I don't know how far I can get into talking about that. I think there's a reason that people like that scene. And I didn't discover it until I was in middle school because they kept rewinding it. There's a lot of rain.
And, you're talking about the original scene. They're talking about Jack Black. Like, I haven't seen the VMAs.
No. I'm saying the original scene with Mary Jane in the rain and it being iconic was upside down, but I think there's also another reason.
Yeah, but it was everywhere. They redid it for the VMAs. They did it. It was just everywhere on that time. And, yeah, I don't think I ever really liked it. Where you watched it, I'm like, meh.
I mean, it didn't. I don't like. She didn't deserve the kiss. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like every
and
time I watch these movies, I'm like, you should have been with Betty Brant. Like I'm, like Betty Brant was obviously into you, and you just didn't go for it. You went
yeah,
for the
and
hoe.
yeah, he went for the hot one, and then I guess one of my least favorite scenes. Whenever at the beginning, before he gets bit by, or he's about to get bit by the spider, he's taking her picture and everything. She her friend calls her. It's like Mary Jane, let's go. And like this bitch doesn't even like say bye. She just like walks off while he's taking a
Yeah,
picture and everything, and
yeah,
then say, "Oh, sorry, excuse me," or whatever. I'm like, this bitch,
yeah.
just fucking like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And he paid her a compliment as well, which I mean, you can take compliments, whatever, whichever way you want. But it's like, yeah, I can't do that. That's impossible. Which said, don't make me look ugly or some bullshit like that.
Oh, and he's like,
But
that's impossible.
yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that scene, one of my least favorite, if I had to pick one.
Does it? Is it in this movie that she goes out with Harry? Is it in this film? I can't.
They had like a little fling, I think, yeah, in this film.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. You see, that's why I hate her, dude. I hate her. I hate. Oh, she's a hoe, bro.
To be fair, you can't even blame Harry for it though, because like the beginning, he's like obviously Peter's heels over whatever however you say that saying for Mary Jane, and Harry comes up to him like, "Oh, go ask her out, go talk to her, whatever." And he's like, "What? No, why? Why don't you go do it?" And then he's like, "Okay," and he goes do it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
I get that, but like, okay, I'm not mad at Harry. I'm mad at MJ the whole time, like, cause she knows that Peter likes her. Like, it's said in the film that she's grown up next to him for like most of their life, so she's known he's had a crush. But she's the weird. She's like one of those people that would like want to make out with other guys in front of Peter just to get a reaction. Like that's what it seems like, and that's weird. That's weird to me, dude. I don't like this MJ. I don't like her. I don't like. No, that's my least favorite part of this film is Mary Jane. Mary Jane Watson. I
I
don't.
prefer the day over.
Yeah, I'd prefer Zendaya. I'd prefer freaking Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy over this Mary Jane. Like I can't. No,
I
I
love
don't
Emma
like her.
Stone, so I would prefer Emma Stone over both
Emma
of them.
Stone plays
But
she plays the role much better. Emma Stone is an actress. Um, and now Kirsten Dunst's gonna come at me and be like, "Oh yeah, you want to talk? Okay, sorry, Kirsten Dunst.
like I've never
My
seen an
bad.
episode of the Fanboy
My bad."
podcast. Like, want to hear about this?
Yeah, 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 yeah. How did you hear that I was talking crap? Yeah, because yeah. Oh, my people told me. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a movie in years, so it's not your people. You were stalking us. Yeah,
It's
that's what
fine
it
to me. Uh,
is.
did you want to talk about anything else in the movie, or do you want to get into taglines?
I think the movie. No, I think that's everything in the movie. That's. I think we're good. Let's go into taglines.
All right. I'm looking for taglines on here because they didn't have it on the poster. But here's the little trivia. Willem Dafoe performed 90% of his own stunts.
Wow. You can't do this to me. I built this company. You know how much I sacrificed.
Dude, do we even talk about him? His acting, like Willem Dafoe,
Yeah, I don't want
was
to over.
tremendous.
Willem Dafoe is an actor, bro.
Yeah, he was tremendous in this movie, tremendous in everything he does, man. I did say Ben was probably my second favorite actor. Willem Dafoe was probably my first, my
And
favorite actor.
the guy's face alone, bro. The guy's face alone is just so much range of emotion in it that he never even needed the mask.
Yeah,
Like, have you ever seen the behind the scenes footage of the mask that they were thinking of going with? That looked more like the comic and like it even moved, like the face moved and everything like that. It looked more like a skin tight mask that would kind of mold onto Willem Dafoe. It even had like the purple uh, the headwear that the Green Goblin uses. It had that. It had the bulgy eyes, and the mask would have moved like the cheeks and everything instead of the mask that they went with.
yeah, I haven't seen it. I finally found taglines. Took forever, but yeah, his acting. My favorite actor in this movie after him was Uncle Ben. After Uncle Ben was he wasn't in it as much. In part two, when we cover it, he'll be in it more. But James Franco, I prefer
Yeah.
James Franco over to Maguire, honestly. Harry. even though James Franco, all that stuff is going on right now. But
I don't. Yeah, if we open that box of worms, we're gonna get in trouble on here.
yeah, I don't want to do that. But taglines.
Sorry, James. We love you, James Franco. Okay, sorry. We just wanted to say that. That's all we're throwing out.
The tagline, they have different 11 taglines for this movie. I don't know which one's the correct one, but obviously, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's actually the tagline that I had in mind, like a dumbass. Okay.
One of them's an ordinary man, an extraordinary power, extraordinary. I don't know if that word.
Okay, I like that.
Get ready for the ultimate spin.
That's a miss. Sorry.
Do you want to know who I am? I'm Spider-Man. Next summer, one hero will take you for the ultimate spin. They really want to push that ultimate spin.
What is up with the spin? We get it. He webs.
On May 3rd, the entire world will connect to the web.
Is this an internet movie?
It was fresh when the internet was hot. A gift, a curse, a destiny.
Yeah, that's not too bad. A gift and a curse, because I think Spider-Man deals with the fact that his gift is a curse. Like, it's a gift and a curse. Like so, I see that. A Destiny's Child. What?
This one. You get ready for the ultimate spin. This one's go for the ultimate spin.
Oh my gosh.
Turn your world upside down. This is my gift. It is my curse. And if somebody told you I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied.
Somebody lied. That's the one.
But I think my tagline will be during my favorite scene with all the New Yorkers talking. One of them said, what do you say? You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Yes.
I think
that would be yours. Yeah. Yeah, I rock with that one right there. I'm actually gonna go with your tagline, because my tagline would be like, "Go web, go, fly web, Shazam!"
Or just woo,
woo. What else are we gonna do? What a tangled web we weave. Isn't that what the Green Goblin says at some point in the movie? He's like, "What a tangled web we weave."
Honestly, a whole bunch of Green Goblin lines could have been the tagline, because his lines were pretty spot on.
Peter, don't tell Harry. That one would play in my head all the time. Or what's it called? When he's telling him on the roof scene, when he's saying like, you do all this for these people. They can't wait to see you fall. Like when he's giving him that whole speech, I was like, take it away. I'm like, yas, queen. And I'm like, why am I clapping for the villain right now?
If I was Peter, he would have turned me on. I'm like, shit, okay, yeah.
I'd be like, bro, shit, I ain't even a superhero anymore.
I'm like, fuck them people, homie.
Yeah, man. Oh, your baby's in the fire? Your fault. Bad parenting.
What a great mother you are, huh? Fuck.
Damn, I'm not the Human Torch, bitch. I'm not fireproof. I'm not going in there. I'm Spider-Man. When the fuck do you see spiders survive a fire?
Whenever that was the officer firefighter told him, okay, go ahead. I will be here when you come back. I'm not coming back.
Dude, gosh. The good stuff, man. Spider-Man 2002, right?
Spider-Man 2002. I can't wait to get Spider-Man 2.
Ooh.
But it's time, man. It is time. Moment everybody's been waiting for. After taglines comes the rating out of 6 Infinity Stones. I would give this 5 Infinity Stones. I think it lived up to 20 years later. The fight scenes were still great. Green Goblin stole the fucking show. Followed by him was Uncle Ben for the 30 minutes he was in it. And Mary Jane's a hoe. And yeah, five stars, 5 Infinity Stones out of 6.
She is a hoe. Damn, that is a solid score. Wow. Shit, where do I stand on this one, man? Because it's good. I don't have a problem with this film. Fuck it, man. 5, dude. I'm gonna give this a 5 as well because this film deserves it. I didn't have a problem with it, and I can't look past that. Like, not having a problem with the film is a good thing, and it's enough to put it up there. So 5 Infinity Stones. Y'all could fight me if y'all disagree with that. I don't care. Were you there when the movie came out? None of y'all were. Exactly. That's what I thought. Y'all have to go back and rewatch these. I was there. I got left behind by my friend Mikey. Did I ever tell you that story? I went to go see Spider-Man 1 in theaters with my friend Mikey, and at some point he had to go pee, and his mom was like, will you go with him? I don't want him to go by himself. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So we like hurry up because I'm like, dude, we're missing some of the movie. So I run to the restroom with him. He goes to use the restroom, and I'm standing outside, and I'm waiting forever, dude. I want to say like 10 minutes passes by, and at some point I'm like, I don't want to go in there. So I open the door. I'm like, Mikey, nothing, right? I'm like, dude, I guess this dude had to poop or something because he's taking his time, you know? And I'm like, damn, I'm missing all this film. Well, a little while later, I hear I'm turning, I'm facing the other way. And I'm like, man, this guy's taking forever. And I feel a tap on my shoulder. And he's like, hey, dude, come on, let's head back to the theater. I'm like, where have you been? I finished peeing like 5 minutes ago. And you couldn't tell me? I thought you heard me when I said let's go. That whole time I was standing there for nothing. He was back in the theater with his mom. I'm sitting there like, she sent me to watch you, and then you leave me behind. Thank you. Thank you. Like, to be
what part did you miss? Do you remember?
Oh shoot, dude. I mean, it's somewhere like middle of the movie. I think it was like around I think he was having a conversation with MJ or something. So I don't. I was still mad though. I was still upset. I think it was around the I was still upset, and then I remember my dad had a burnt VHS version of it. Yes, guys, burnt VHSs. It wasn't even burnt DVDs. It was a burnt VHS, and a friend lent it to him. And dude, I shit you not, and I know this. It was like it had unedited footage in there. Like the scene when the Green Goblin attacks those people on the balcony, it was all green screen. Like I remember that so like vividly. Damn. I don't even understand how they got that to be like burnt. I don't know. I just remember that. And I know it's not my mind playing tricks on me because I remember being like, what the fuck? It's like, what the hell? Yeah, don't burn movies, guys. Well, the way it used to be done, where people would actually go sit there and like record it. But I don't know how these people got a hold of the unedited. I don't understand that.
I even know those such things as burnt VHSs.
Yeah, dude. Friends of mine had a Freddy vs. Jason one. Yeah, dude. Burnt VHSs. Isn't that crazy? Yep.
Now the other moment people have been waiting for, the fight list. You already added in this episode. You already added the game to the fight list. You already added MGK to that fight list. You already added Mary Jane, Kirsten Dunst to the fight list.
Mary Ho Watson.
Who irrelevant fuck are you adding to the fight list today?
Let's see. Let's go. We're gonna refine this. We're gonna say sort by review date. It's going to be review date, review rating. Oh no. Oh, down, right? Yeah, down. And review date, I go up, right? This is done a little different now. Okay.
It's done different on the fucking.
It's different on my app now. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna hit like ones, and then, dude.
What the fuck?
Oh, bro, that is dark.
Whoa,
I can't even say the name, bro.
Yeah, August 20th, 2022, that one?
Yeah, dude, I'm not.
I almost said the name, but I was like, oh, wait, no.
I was about to, no. First of all, fuck you.
Fucking racist.
I'm sorry. I don't, guys, if you're on IMDb, go to the lowest review at a 1, and it's going to be the one at August 20th, 2022, posted from Damien Rules. I'm not going to read it because it's racist as fuck, the entire thing, and the name, the title of it too it's pretty fucked as well. So
the last line says, "Can't make meatballs."
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this dude's trying to be edgy, and I don't want to give you too much attention, but he's not even on the fight list. I'd fucking kill you. I'm sorry. Racists have no place anywhere. You just don't. You don't. I don't care what race you hate. You're fucking lame. You're fucking lame if you're a racist. So yeah, you're not even on the fight list. I wouldn't even want to fight. I'd want to end your life. Yeah, I'm saying that. FBI, you hear me? No, I'm just getting all messed up. This guy goes missing and they come for me. I'm like, yo, chill out. They're like, nah, bro. We're fans of the podcast. It's good shit. We know you did this. And I'm like, yelling me off. I'm like, yeah, we hate racists too. I'm like, thank you. Okay, so no, he's out of the way. Oh man, dude, I want to read the second one only because the title was Andrew is better, but it's not better. It's like if Josh Peck were to say better in Drake and Josh. Um, okay, I'm gonna read this. Okay, I'm just gonna read it because it's in all caps. So I'm gonna read it. I hate this fool. Tobey is a little rat looking for cheese, and Andrew Garfield is the king of all cheese rats. This movie did not contain the real Gwen Stacy. Mary Jane equals Andrew's Gwen. Suck on my toes, Raimi. I don't hate Sam Raimi, so I disagree with you. And then you said that Mary Jane equals... Oh, no. He said Andrew's Gwen over Mary Jane. I agree with that. But is this written by Dan Schneider? Was this review written by Dan Schneider? The whole toe thing at the end? I bet it was. Dude, some of these people, okay, some of these people are just going at people. Like, the first guy messed up. The second dude was just, like, about Andrew being better. This third person is talking about how, like, Tobey Maguire is a curse. So I'm looking for a review that actually reviews the movie. Okay, guys, that's what I'm, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm coming on. This is the one I'm attacking. Hi, my name is Manuel. I'm a millennial. Okay, so jokes are jokes, and I think they're funny, and I think jokes go far because that's the point of comedic relief. It's meant to be funny. Bonesaw, this one has a tear at Bonesaw, and that's why I'm coming for you because I definitely know you're Gen Z. I definitely know because Gen Z, if you listen to this podcast, it means you're one of the good Gen Zers. But the other amount of Gen Zers, y'all like to go and nitpick every little thing that we had before us and find a reason to cancel people for it. I don't fuck with that. I don't. Cancel culture is the worst. This has a 1 out of 10. Wow. Just wow. It's written by Yotani. There really isn't much good, in my opinion. Thank you for letting us know that that's your opinion. It's wrong, but thank you. And so many things wrong with this. Okay, this isn't... Okay. From the acting to the dialogue, especially the joke about Bonesaw's outfit. It's really homophobic. I'm looking at you, Yutani. That's me. You're getting offended over a joke like, nice outfit. Does your husband make it for you? That was funny in the 2000s. It was funny. It wasn't offensive. You know what? I'm gonna go ask my sister. Go ask my sister if she finds that offensive. It's gonna be like, hey, I joke around about my sister, guys, but I love her to death. But I'm gonna ask her if she finds that joke offensive later on. It's homophobic. In the 2000s, guys, that joke went over people's heads because it was just like one of those like random ones. I don't think I ever looked at that joke even in the 2000s, and I was like, that's kind of rude. I looked at it like, oh, okay, everybody used to make jokes like that to each other. You know what I mean? Like every kid. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's a cute lunchbox. I bet your boyfriend gave it to you. Like it was a joke. It wasn't like, you know. But the community out there, don't come for me. I'm just saying. Nearly everybody is very miscast except J. Jonah Jameson and maybe the Green Goblin. J. Jonah Jameson is perfect for the role, and that's one person we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons, you are a gem. I'm sorry that I'm throwing your name in with a fight list. You're not one that I want to fight. I want to hug you. You are the perfect J. Jonah Jameson. I don't ever want to see anybody else portray J. Jonah Jameson but you. And the Green Goblin. I agree with this. The romance is almost something out of Twilight, and the character development is thinned to only specifically Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man also acts like a major jerk. Very overrated. Okay, this is why you shouldn't watch movies, and this is why you don't know Spider-Man. Spider-Man isn't a jerk. When Peter Parker is in the outfit, he's a different person because he doesn't have to be shy or timid. He could be anything. Spider-Man is known for his quips, which is why he threw the whole joke about Bonesaw out. Spider-Man is known for the quips. He's always going to crack jokes here or there. So it's not him being a jerk. It's Peter being like, hey, I could finally be something else, you know, where my identity is hidden in a way. Like, I could fully express certain things that I couldn't if I was Peter Parker. You get what I'm saying? So it's, somebody's going to be like, oh, so he's a closeted homophobe? No, that's not what I'm saying. Spider-Man is one with the quips. Yatani, okay? You say that there isn't much character development. Oh no, it says what? Yeah, character development is thinned to only specifically Peter. Yeah, it's a movie about Spider-Man, you dumb fuck. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, of course the character development is supposed to be in this. And actually, that's not the only person that gets character development. We see J. Jonah Jameson, we hear the jokes about his wife and like him having to take his pills, and we see Robbie. Robbie's a super sweet guy, super cool. We see Betty Brant. That alone, the Daily Bugle had its own like little character story arc in this film. We see how James Franco's Harry Osborn could never live up to the expectations of his father because his father deems him as less because Peter's even smarter than Harry Osborn. And we see how that takes a toll throughout the movie. I think the only person that you could, if you were mad about it, is Mary Jane, but I don't give a shit about Mary Jane. I don't care that her dad was mean to her. She a hoe. She a hoe. If I was her dad, I'd yell at her too. Yeah, you hear that, Mary Jane? I'd yell at you, dumb hoe. Just her version of it, okay? Not Mary Jane as a character herself, because Mary Jane is, that's Spidey's girl. So, I hate this review, man. I hate this. I hate Yotani, man. I hate Yotani. Okay, this is a different kind of anger. Okay, guys, I know y'all want me to get psyched and like start punching, but this is an exhausted anger. It's kind of like, dude, people out there really exist. You ever like see something on TikTok and you're sitting there like, like this is wow, this is people like that exist out there. It's kind of like, it's like they wake up in the morning and they're like, what can I be offended about today? And they just look for all the wrong in life instead of looking for the ups and downs, the good stuff. And Yatani, you make my fight list. And I feel like I don't even have to physically fight you. I feel like all I gotta do is crack jokes that you find offensive. And that's it. I feel like that's the way I would win this fight. I would just roast Yatani. That would be it. Just to roast Yatani and then get canceled on their Tumblr. They're gonna like write about me and call me homophobic and stuff like that because I thought the joke about Bonesaw was funny. Okay, I did. It's just, I'm tired, Franco. I'm tired of people like this. I'm tired of people who go and watch stuff that like we watched when we were younger and they just nitpick and look for something to be offended by. It's exhausting. Yatani, you're the first person on the fight list to drain me of a reaction. And that's simply because it's like facepalm moment. It's like these people actually exist and they're out there. So Yatani, you get to join the ranks. The ranks of, I think I wasted all my energy on the racist. That's what it was. I got really pissed at that racist. He's gone. He's stupid. If it is a he, or if it's a she, I don't care. You're a racist. You're nobody in my opinion. This was actually posted in 2021, that last review. So,
Bro, she gave Spider-Man No Way Home also a 1 star.
Yeah, you're not allowed to watch a Spider-Man movie anymore.
And Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, you're just not allowed to watch a Spider-Man movie anymore. No, everybody on IMDb, don't go read Yotani's reviews. They suck. Yotani sucks.
I clicked on her profile or his profile, whatever, and I didn't know you can make a list on this freaking IMDb. You can make a list, and they have different lists that they made. Every movie I own on VHS, every DreamWorks animation film, my top 20 least favorite films, films I own on disc, top 20 most overrated movies in no order. Star Wars is on there. Yeah, I know you can make a list on here, but I think that's pretty cool. But the fact that they went out of their time out of their day to do this.
You see this movie right here? This was that Robert Rodriguez piece of shit film, which had Lava Boy, which had a Shark Boy and Lava Girl in it again when they were older, right? They gave this one a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. They gave that movie. If y'all need any more examples of why not to,
that movie.
Yeah, they gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
they gave it a 10 out of 10.
On their top 20 least favorite movies, Shark Boy and Lava Girl's on there. Justice League is on there. The Cat in the Hat is on there.
Oh, you did not go there, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hate this person. I legit, I hate you. I hate you. You're stupid. I don't hate Robert Rodriguez. I'm sorry that I said that, but that wasn't a great film. We Can Be Heroes wasn't a great film.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's to me it's kind of cheesy. But I don't hate Robert Rodriguez. I have a lot of respect for the man because he does use a lot of Hispanic actors and stuff in his films, and he films a lot in Texas. So I got respect for both ends of those. So I don't hate Robert Rodriguez. I just don't think that was some of your best work, which is okay. I'm an older adult, maybe that's why. But you got people like Yatani watching Bullet Train. So if they're able to get into Bullet Train, which is a rated R film, they're old enough. Okay, they're old enough. I don't understand it, dude. I don't want to. This is we're gonna cut. We're gonna. That has been the fight list with Manny Fresh. I'm sorry, but that I'm gonna have dreams tonight about fighting Yutani. And it's such a cool. It kind of sounds like a cool anime name, like Manny Fresh versus Yutani. Like that sounds. Watch
Sounds
it be
like
like
a
a small.
blockbuster.
Watch it be like a small 5-year-old.
That's pretty much it. The last two we can't really do the last two segments because fan cast he's been casted so many times already.
Yeah,
so
he
why
has,
even
guys.
try? And
Yeah.
then MCU, MC No.
He's in the
obviously that
MCU.
happened, so like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our review of Spider-Man 2002.
Yes.
I don't have my phone on me, so I can't tell what our next episode is.
I don't have the list on this phone.
I feel like it's Daredevil, but I can be wrong. I could have sworn I had it in my notes that I wrote down somewhere. Right now, I'm just stalling for time to see if I can find it in my notes. But it does not look like I have it in my notes. So, we'll just, talk about it next episode, whatever it is.
Yes.
However, top 6 sinister list.
Oh, bro, oh my gosh.
I don't know, man. If you don't have anything that you made up your mind yet, after today's episode, I feel like fight scenes in Marvel movies.
Then that's it. That's it. There you go. Our Sinister 6
fight
for
scenes
next podcast are the top 6 fight scenes in all of the films, or
it's your choice, whatever you want to do.
You know, I'm gonna say all the films. Let's do that. All of the superhero films, all the superhero genre films. So.
All genre.
So, all genre. So don't only have to be MCU. You could pull from Kick-Ass if you think that some of the fight scenes in Kick-Ass were great.
Does Scott Pilgrim count as a superhero?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, bro. You can choose that as well.
It's a movie we're going to review soon, even though we're
the genre. Yeah, the genre as a whole. Top 6 fight scenes. That's gonna take some homework.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of homework. We're gonna take another month off.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Whatever the episode is, I'm pretty sure it's Daredevil. I could be wrong. Daredevil was 04, I think. Maybe it's
Ben Affleck, baby.
I don't fucking know. But next episode, we'll catch y'all guys in it. The next episode after this is what's this? September 4th. It's the 18th. Will be the next episode. Hopefully, if we record in time. I've been busy, so I haven't had a chance to record. But thank y'all guys for listening. Thank y'all guys for watching. If you have not yet, you made it this far and you have yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on audio, you can go to youtube.com/emoswallproductions and hit the subscribe button. We're at like 1,050, I think, right now. And yeah, your support means the world to us. I want to keep going on, but Ray said enough during the first hour. But thank y'all for the support. It really means a lot. Y'all can follow me anywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Wrestling Tacos, WRASSLINTALKOS. I do wrestling content. If you do not know, I do full matches, interviews, ooh-woos, pack openings, all that fun stuff. Follow me on there. Follow our Instagram, Emo Saw Productions. I think it's EMOSEWAPROD on Instagram. I really don't promote that much, but I need to get on that to actually start using that. And follow my colleague wherever he would like you to follow him, except in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, don't follow me in real life. That's weird. Especially the game. Please don't. But y'all can follow me on my Instagram at FreshTV217, and that's fresh with the PH, so PHRESHTV217. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll give out my personal one when I start to. I'm trying to build a community on my separate account because I want to post like my figures and stuff like that, stuff related to the podcast and stuff on that account. And guys, go watch Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun version, which hits theaters this weekend. I got my tickets. I'm excited. National Theater Day is September the 3rd, which is Saturday. If you have a Cinemark in your area, an Alamo Drafthouse, or an AMC, tickets will only be $3. So that's a steal. I got tickets again to see another movie on Saturday just because tickets were $3. And thank you again, once again, for the support. It means the world to us. Franco gave you every spot that you could follow him on. Go do that. It means the world to us. And thank you as always. We love you all. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what we have to say. Peace. Peace.
Cat Draga is the next one. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, MGK. And
fuck you, Tony. And fuck you, that racist that was on there too. Fuck that
yeah,
racist.
fuck that racist.
Fuck
yeah.
you.
Anyways, peace.